New details tonight as Northland College leaders continue to debate the school's future amid serious financial struggles. In an email sent to students this afternoon, we learned the Board of Trustees plans to meet this week to review proposals to keep the school open. Then they plan to vote early next week, sharing a final decision Tuesday. Northern News Now's Michaela Wrench is live on campus for us. She's been talking to students about their future plans. Michaela, how are these students feeling about everything that's happening there?
Yeah, Dan, since March 11th, students at Northern campus have felt in the dark with what's to come. But standing on campus today, students have shed some new light on an email that they recently received. With the ongoing financial crisis the college faces, students still go about their business. It's finals week here at the Northland, and the Commons were filled today with students rushing to and from classes. Tomorrow marks the last day of their winter semester before the intersession break. Students will return on April 29th for the spring term. The spring term will conclude in May. Some students are hopeful for the future, while others are planning for the worst.
Right now, I'm pretty set on finding somewhere else to play, basketball and then maybe track as well. So, especially with the uncertainty regarding if the school's staying open, I can't really wait and find out.
School closes, I've been in the transfer portal, so I've been talking to a lot of different other schools and, keeping my options available. So the school unfortunately does close. I'll be transferring to a different school.
Not only are some students holding on for a positive outcome, they say some professors are as well.
I got an email from my advisor that was like she's pretty hopeful about what'll happen next year and us staying open. So
if the school opens in the fall, students will be able to return to campus and pick up right where they left off.
I just really like it here. I want to graduate with a Northland degree, and I'd do anything to get that.
The alumni have written letters to the school expressing their concern for the current students. They wish them well in the future and hope that they can experience the memories they did while they still can. Again, there is no new announcement regarding the future of Northland College, but we can expect to hear a decision by next Tuesday.
All right, some excited students out there hoping the school stays open. Michaela Wrench reporting.